Hi everyone, and welcome to this quick tutorial on the best feature inside Canvas that's going to change your lives, SpeedGrader. Okay, SpeedGrader can be accessed in two different ways. First and foremost, if you click into Assignments, you can access SpeedGrader on the assignments that you have published. Now, let's just say, I think this is, there we go. So if you click on the three dots there, you'll see SpeedGrader there. Okay, now on assignments that have not been published, like this one here, Sabi's assignment, I haven't published it, you won't see SpeedGrader there. Okay, so that's a quick thing to note, to be mindful of. Or what you do is you go into your grades tab and you locate the assignment that way. Now to do this, I'm going to go to my other Canvas instance so you can have a look. So here I am here. So again, I can click on assignments, and I can locate down to the assignments that I have published. So I created one for the iftar dinner budget. There it is there, and it's been published. I can click on the three dots and go to SpeedGrader from here. Okay, or when I'm in the grade book, I can scroll along and find the right assignment that I want to mark. So I can find the iftar dinner budget project assignment there and click on the three dots and go to SpeedGrader there. Okay, either way, it opens up into this window here, and I'm going to point out all the features that you have access to. Okay, so by default it pops up in this window, and you can adjust it using this little bar here. Okay, to the left hand side it will load the submission this child has made. Okay, you can see I've done bits and pieces of annotation all over this as part of a tutorial already, but this is the submission the child has put in there. Okay, I can download it, so I've got a copy for printing if need be. To the left hand side is where I've got all the criteria for the marking side of things, okay, including the rubric. Okay, now you'll see here there's the grade out of 20. Now rather than manually actually marking it, most schools will ask you to use a rubric. If you're using a rubric, it will be weighted. This grade will automatically populate when you mark this rubric. Okay, it is also important to know that when a rubric is created, outcomes have been attached to that. Okay, so if you manually enter a grade in here, it won't align it to the outcomes. Okay, so if best practice would be to use the rubric that already has the outcomes attached, so everything is automatically populated here for you. Okay, but I'll get to that in a moment. Now I'm just going to pull this window across to the side. Up the top, you've got all these options here. You can zoom, you can go into full screen. You've got all these annotation tools here. You've got the pointer, okay, or like the selection tool. You've got the point annotation, which are these bubbles here, okay. You've got this highlight annotation. You can see the free text annotation, so I can actually type something, or I can strike through, or I can use this free drawing, and I can do area annotation. Now, I'm not going to go through and actually use all of those. I'm going to show you here how I've done them. Okay, so I've strike through items, I've circled items, I've dropped the pins here, I've highlighted things, I've drawn freely. Every time I do any one of these things, so let's just say I drop this pin, I've got the option to choose different colors. Okay, I want to drop it here. I have the option to type a comment here. Okay, so I can do that here. This looks great. All right, so that pop-up window comes up every time you use any of these here to clearly sort of annotate exactly what you're trying to get through to the student. Okay, when you click on these things, you will actually be able to see what the comment actually is. Okay, or if you haven't left a comment, if you leave it blank, it'll just highlight it. Okay, so if you don't fill in the pop-up window, it won't show up unless you want to add to it. So click on it, and then you can click on the pop-up window here. Okay, so that goes for all the tools up the top here, making marking so much easier. Okay, when you scroll across to this side here, this is where you can access everything. Okay, so you can see the submitted document here. Again, you can download or you can delete it. You can click on View Rubric. Okay, now as soon as you click View Rubric, you have two different views here. You can go traditional, horizontal, or vertical. I'm just going to leave it as it is for the moment. Okay, and then I'm going to go through and click on the gradings. Okay, so just so you can see how quick and easy it is to be able to see everything. Now you can see that it's annotating to the side. Okay, so you can see how it's quickly tallying the results for me. Okay, now up the top, you'll notice it's done it there. Okay, so you don't need to do any manual calculations at all. Okay, per criteria, you can actually leave a comment if you want to, and you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. When you go further down, you've got this mini little rich content editor where you can type in extensive feedback. You can link things, okay? You can upload images and things like that as well. But I want to point out here, you actually have the option to open up a feedback loop, okay, or a conversation loop with the student here, where you can go down here and use the live record option, making the feedback far more accessible, okay? So when you tap into that, it gets access to your camera, and you can record feedback straight in there. Now, schools have really clear guidelines around how feedback should be given, so please double check with your line managers to make sure this is a feature that's encouraged. Most schools are encouraging this because it makes it so much more personable, and it also makes it easily accessible to the students, and they don't have to read arduous amounts of feedback. Okay, you can also attach attachments here. There are some quick emojis here that you can assign, and if you need to reassign the assignment, you can do that here as well. Now, I've already reassigned it, which is why that option is unavailable, but you can reassign it here as well. Okay, this feature is super cool. So when you open up and do this video, it gets sent to the student and they can actually respond. So all their responses will pop up here, and you can see how they have interacted and made changes to their assignment right here in this window, making your life so much easier. Now, at a glance at the top, you will see how your progress is. So I've only marked 1 out of 20 here. You can see the grade average, which is really handy, and you just click through the arrows and go to the next student. So when you're ready to go to the next student, you click along, or if you want to go and find a specific student, you click on the down arrow and locate them accordingly. Okay, orange means you're yet to get there, and green tick, it means that you've finished marking. Okay, super easy, super powerful, works beautifully across all platforms, and it just makes things so much faster for you as well. So SpeedGrader is going to change your lives. Get into it, get used to it, and make the most of it. But this, in a nutshell, is how it functions, hoping to make your life a lot easier.